What's up, gang? Ghost Prodigy here, and welcome back to Dark Souls 2's Not a Bad Game. You just suck at it. The series where I teach you how to get good at Dark Souls 2. And in the last episode, we finished the Heights Tower of Flame, taking out the Dragon Slayer and the Dragon Rider. No trouble at all. And today, we're going to be jumping into Nomad's Wharf, the darkest area in the game, and one that everybody absolutely hates. But I'm going to be showing you how it's all just skill issues. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. And the first thing we're going to do is head over to the blacksmith to level up our Hide Knight straight sword, which if you remembered, we got it from a drop from last episode, and it is a straight sword that is imbued with lightning. And we're going to get it up to a +3 because we do have enough Titanite shards from the ones that we bought earlier. I am then going to head over to the little cat's house, which I don't think I've showcased before, but it's this house coming up here right before the Heights Tower of Flame. We're going to go in here and we're going to buy up a bunch of her rings. Starting off with the Ring of Whispers, which we will need for a questline down the line. You guys don't have to buy it, but I bought it anyways. I was already here. The Silver Cat Ring, which reduces fall damage. And the Ring of the Able Eye, which absorbs HP from every enemy we defeat. And then we headed over to Valencia, exhausted her dialogue, and got the covetous Silver Serpent Ring +1, which increases the amount of souls we get. I switch off the Restoration Ring for the Ring of the Evil Eye, and the Stone Ring for the Silver Serpent Ring. Then we start playing Fashion Souls. I equipped the Hollow Soldier Armor. I wanted to get the Hide Knight Helm, but it just didn't look right, so I go back to the Falconeer Helm, equip the Hide Knight Gauntlets and the Hide Knight Leggings, for some absolutely badass freaking drip. I mean, look at it. It's fucking sick. I then head over to Valencia to buy up some items in preparation for the next area. I wind up buying 10 life gems, which always can never have too many of those. Get some fire bombs because they're just useful to have. And I also wind up getting some throwing daggers, throwing knives, because they're just, again, really nice to have for ranged attacks. Then I remember that dude over here expanded his inventory from last time that we bought some stuff, and I was hoping that he had the new version of the Royal Soldier Armor, which he did, so I bought that immediately and switched it off from this old raggedy freaking set to the new one. And what a difference did that make, dude. Now we're fucking looking sick, stylish as all fucking hell. Dude, I freaking love this look. And now it's time to travel to the unseen path, which we unlocked last time, and head over straight into Nomad's Wharf. And after a quick fit check, I go ahead and pull up our stats just because I want to show where we're at in the playthrough. And we're at level 51, 19 vigor, 12 endurance, 12 dex, 20 strength, 20 adaptability. And everything else we haven't really touched, which is okay because we don't really need to. I then go ahead and equip all the stuff I bought, the fire bombs, the throwing knives, as we get ready to head into the darkest freaking place in the game. And this place gets a lot of flack for being super dark, which I completely understand, which is why I'm gonna go through this place twice. One without a torch and then one with the torch, so you can see how you can do it both ways, and it's really not that bad. We're gonna go ahead and walk in here and immediately start getting shot at by an archer, which honestly isn't too bad. You can see the arrows coming from so far away, and what you really want to worry about is this dog and this other dude that was hiding at the ledge of the water and just pulled himself up here to try and gank you guys. Nothing to it. You then want to head over through this drawbridge and to the left, because there's an archer on top and we're going to get away from him. There's going to be 2 enemies in here, which should be super easy to take out at this point if you do have a +2 weapon like I do. Nothing else to it. Standing here for a second just to look out in the distance and see what's going on. Try and think of what to do, and I think I'm gonna rush over and get that guy with the 2 swords. So I rush over to him and then immediately get shot in the back and remembered, oh crap, there's an archer up there, let me go get him. This guy winds up following me, but he's no trouble at all. 2 hits should honestly take him out, and then you could go upstairs and hit this archer up, which is highly recommended, because if you don't, he's gonna be smacking you from like all the way back here, dude. He's annoying. He has so much range. It's kind of crazy, honestly. You pick up some iron arrows, which are gonna come in handy in a bit. You guys will see what I mean by that. Pick up some Soul of a Proud Knight. Free XP, can never go wrong. And in here in this chest is going to be some more upgrade material, a Titanite shard +1, which you can use to level up all the way to level 3 on your weapons side. and then pick up this item that I forgot to pick up. Some infantry boots, worthless, should have never picked it up, and then I could move on forward. And I want to go over and take out this other archer who's going to be super annoying if you don't take him out. 2 hits and he's out. And in this area, there's going to be a lot of enemies that are hanging off ledges like this, trying to be sneaky little bastards and get a jump on you. Always look out for them and take their asses out. Then see a summon sign over here, and this is an NPC summon sign which you guys can go ahead and summon if you guys think you need it. I honestly don't need it, but Bradley is an awesome dude who will heal you and generally a good summon to have. Remember, you guys do have to be in human form, and to do that you must pop a human effigy. You could go ahead and jump in the water, but it is going to slow down your movement. Pick up that soul and then go back into the trenches. And over here it's super easy to get ganked. And a lot of people hate this smaller area here because they get ganked. And I don't understand how that happens. I mean, you see these 2 enemies over here. I heard them. I was like, oh look, there's 2 guys over here. Let me kill them real quick. Dispose of them real quick. Another dude comes out. Take his ass out. I don't know. I'm not getting ganked. I don't know why people hate this area. I don't know. Like, people complain so much about this area. And there's nothing to it. Like, I'm not even struggling. I don't know what your guys' complaints is. If you are vigilant, you will see that there's a guy up here who will jump down and try and plunge tank you. You can take his ass out. And over here, behind this little box, is going to be another item you can pick up. Some more iron arrows. Again, will come in handy soon. And then Torch Bro. And Torch Bro is super useful in this area. He is non-hostile and will not attack you. And instead, he will actually follow you with that torch. So if you guys don't have a torch and you guys need some light, he will follow you and light up this whole entire area for you. Now, he doesn't light sconces, but at least it's a little bit of light if it's too dark in here for you. Moving up here is going to be another little Viking guy and another little dog, which should be easily disposed of. And this guy like jumped out of a hole in the wall, which I think is so funny. And then up here, it's going to be Lucatiels, which is a really cool NPC and has a really long storyline. Essentially, you talk to her and she says that you can call upon her anytime you want, and she will be leaving her summon signs outside of bosses. And what you need to do to complete your storyline is summon her to help you beat 3 bosses. Make sure she doesn't die in battle, because if she does, then her storyline is broken and you can no longer complete it. But she's a really helpful NPC and will actually put her summon sign down in this area before the boss gate, and I'll show you where that is if you guys want to summon her, as she actually is a pretty good help. And after exhausting her dialogue, we can move on. I go ahead and go back down the stairs because I want to show you guys something, and that's this area over here by these crates is a nasty ambush, and I don't recommend you go there. Just completely avoid it at all times. It's blocked off for a reason. I then started looking for Torch Bro, who somehow got stuck over here and is super annoying. I had never had this happen to me. I mean, he is a hollow, so he is going to be pretty stupid, but for whatever reason, his AI just decided to fucking take his shit there, and really didn't help my case as to why this area isn't hard, because you could take this guy lighting you the whole area, but obviously, you know, not everything could go according to plan, and this guy just decided to freaking take a fucking shit. I tried to body slam him to get him out of there, and he just wasn't having it. So, I don't know, I kept trying to get him to follow me over here, but he's obviously retarded. I somehow got him to jump off and he started following me, so I was like, okay, I can move on. He's gonna backtrack. He's pretty slow. It's fine because we want to clear out all the enemies before he gets to us, because he can be hit. Like right there, I almost kill him. I'm so sorry, Torch Bro. I did not mean that. It's a stupid freaking dog. It's all his freaking fault. And then over here is a little like cool little area, because you see this door here that cannot be opened, and you're like, what the hell's over there? But if you come over here on this side, make sure not to get hit by this dude, which I have no idea where he came from. You know, be alert at all times. I wasn't. But there's little shelves over here that you can break, and you get 3 human effigies, which is awesome freaking exploration design by From Software right there. And then go ahead and make sure that Torch Bro is still following me, and continue with the area. In this little house is going to be one of these Viking dudes and another dog, which dogs honestly aren't as annoying in this game as they are in every other FromSoft game for whatever reason. And there's nothing in that building, so I go ahead and top myself off with a life gem, kill this dude who freaking comes out of nowhere. And then I go into my inventory and equip the little short bow that we stole from the blacksmith. And then I go ahead and equip those arrows, take out my little bow, and take out this guy across the way, because if you don't, he's going to be throwing these oil pots at you, and the guy all the way down there is going to be shooting fire arrows at you, and it's just going to be doing super like crazy damage if the oil pot hits you and he hits you with an arrow. So dispose of those guys real quick. Just, you know, use everything in your inventory to your advantage, guys. It's how you play these games. It's how you're supposed to play. Instead of complaining about, I ain't got no range attacks. Yeah, you do. Just remember, you picked up a bow earlier. And up here is where Torch Bro is really going to shine. More than he already is, believe it or not. Come on, man. Come on, Torch Bro. You kind of sort of have to lead him. And there's going to be these crazy, freaking creepy ass enemies that just look scary as fuck, but are actually scared of fire. And as soon as they see Torch Bro, they're immediately going to run away like little pussies. And then you can take them out. And it's just such a fucking cool and funny mechanic. Like, so they're not actually scared of Torch Bro, more or less as they're scared of the torch. And if they don't react immediately to, you know, Torch Bro, I just throw a firebomb at them. Remember all that stuff I bought at Majula? Here it is, me putting it to use, because you gotta take it, like, I'm gonna keep mentioning it as always, bro. Use everything in your inventory. It's there for a reason. I accidentally end up killing Torch Bro, which kind of devastated me. I was a little heartbroken. I was like, no. And so then I was super mad, and I had to take my revenge on these crazy, creepy crawlies, whatever the fuck they are, man. And over there, I spot an archer, and this area is really tricky to fight in because it's so easy to fall off. So I try to aggro him with a throwing knife to get him to come at me, so I don't have to fight him on the ledge. And for some reason, he just was not freaking having it. So I get into a ranged battle with him and just kill him with throwing knives. Like, super easy. Then I noticed there's another archer down there shooting arrows up at me. And I couldn't really find him. And then I saw where the arrow came from. And I'm like, alright, bro. Alright, bro. You're getting it too. Equip my short bow back up and just start firing on his ass for being so annoying. You see what I mean about, like, this game gives you all the tools you need, man. It's just up to you if you remember that you have them and to put them to use. Like, honestly, pick up a large soul, Fury XP, and emit force, which is a sorcery. Not a sorcery. It's a faith spell. And then there's a rabid band of dogs over there, which I'm just gonna throw firebombs at and already kill them from up here. That way, once we head down there, they're no longer gonna be there, and they won't be able to gank us. They're out of range from my firebombs here, so I just start shooting them with my bow. And I wind up killing 2 of them, but one of them I just could not freaking hit, man. No matter how hard I freaking tried, he was just being too evasive. And I realized, oh, he's coming for me. I ran out of fire arrows, so I equipped all those other arrows we picked up earlier in this level. Like I said, it was going to come in handy. I remembered I had them, and I'm not complaining that I don't have range. So I kept trying to hit him, and I realized, yep, no, I'm not going to hit him, and he's coming straight for me. So I decided I'm going to wait for his ass over here. Try to cheeky little no-scope to no avail. So I gave up and said, fuck it, dude. I'll meet you in the middle. Come at me. Dispose of him real quick. And that's it, we're done. Get rid of our bow, or else we are going to be fat rolling, as you saw there. And then we can continue. And I'm going to be heading into this area over here, which is an optional area of this map. And there is some really good treasure over here, which I'm sure some of you are going to appreciate. There's like a little ambush here, which I just absolutely freaking love. Now, I hit the door waiting for it to be opened, and he did not hear me, so I opened it, and there he is. Usually that's what will happen if you try and open the door at first. And these guys just completely run me out of there because I forgot that there was 2 in them, and they do cause bleed. So I immediately start running with my tail between my ass cheeks, as these guys can, you know, fuck you up pretty quickly with bleed. And then I remembered, you know what? I got throwing bombs. Let me get a little bit of range. Try and break their aggro. Their aggro winds up breaking around here. And I start looking for the one that's one shot, trying to finish him off with a firebomb, but the damn cliff is in my way and there's nothing I can do. And for whatever reason, they just skedaddle over here, and I'm like, alright, cool. Let's fucking chase their asses back to their little crib. They're pretty fast, man. Like, if you're not careful, these guys can run up on you quick as hell. So I get my firebombs out, get the one that was one shot, and try and eliminate as many as possible before they gank me. They do have pretty low poise, so you can stagger them easily. Finish this guy off with the throwing dagger so I don't have to get close and get bled out. And then just start hurling freaking throwing knives at this guy. Look how easily like he gets staggered just from throwing knives. Finish him off. Get a little bit of life back from the Ring of the Evil Eye, which is why I equipped it, because there is just so many enemies here that just in case I need a little health boost, that ring is just coming in handy so much right now. And, you know, pick your battles, man, and how you fight them. I don't want to fight this guy in a corridor, so I throw freaking firebombs at him to weaken him to the point where he's one shot. And in here is a pretty cool weapon that I'm sure a bunch of you are gonna like. Go ahead and open up the metal chest for the first treasure, because there is a second treasure in here, and that's the GreatSword. That's right, the UGS, the ultra great sword, the big huge slab of freaking steel, if I could find it, because for whatever reason I was freaking blind and could not freaking find it. And this weapon is an ultra great sword, meaning it's fucking huge, man. I mean, look at this thing. Oh my god. Now, I'm not going to use it. I don't think I even have the strength to wield it, but it's cool to know that we have it. And in this little chest is going to be another big ass fart. Who the fuck keeps leaving farts all over the place, god damn it. Go ahead and pick up the silver talisman ×2, and we're done with this area. Now I go into my inventory and pop off this repair powder, which we did pick up back at the Forest of Fallen Giants. It was a random item we picked up. Reason being is that I did spot that my weapons durability was super low, which is the little red bar underneath your weapon icon on the left side menu. And it's something you should be on the lookout always, because your weapons are more easily breakable in this game compared to any other Dark Souls game. But if you just use a repair powder or sit back at a bonfire, it should repair your weapon to 100%. And now we are done with this whole area. Technically, right? We pulled the lever and we call in the ghost ship, which honestly is a pretty cool little scripted / cutscene event. I don't know, it looks cool. Like, you know, the flames turn on, the ship comes to shore, but who's in the ship? Who's driving the ship? I don't know. Let's go find out. Once you've made it to this point, you've pretty much like more than halfway through this area. All you really have to do now is open up the shortcut, which there's actually 2 of, and we're gonna go ahead and open both of the shortcuts up. And in this building, there's really nothing that's worth it. Maybe if you want some more fire arrows, pick those up and immediately leave, because down here it's just another gank battle with these freaking, I don't know what the hell they are, creepy crawly spider things, whatever they freaking are. But I go ahead and pick this guy off at range with the fire bombs and the throwing daggers, weaken this guy as much as possible, waste all my throwing daggers at him, because I honestly don't want to fight both of them down there. You will get bled out. Easily dispose of them with 1 hit. Pick up another longsword. That's the second one they've dropped actually. And they drop pretty good items. They drop Titanite shards, fire bombs, a lot of other good stuff honestly. Out here is going to be a little Viking guy up here, and another one up here in the cliff. Remember I told you guys they were going to be doing that? There's a lot of enemies that do that, just trying to be sneaky. But there's one right here. Go ahead and kill him before he pops out behind you and backstabs you. Then make my way back up this building, just so that in case you guys went down there, you guys know where I'm at. Don't go in there. You can jump out from over here. It'll lead you to the same area we were just at. And then will come this crazy looking assassin dude, which if you're not careful, he can backstab you, and he does a lot of critical damage, so be careful with him. He is like really dark and is like hiding, so watch out for him. And he's essentially what the Bloodhound Knights become in Elden Ring, because just like the Bloodhound Knights, he does have some claws and is like hiding and shit. Over here is a hidden wall, which you can't break. Instead, you have to tap A or X on it, depending on what control you have. And then you can come in here and grab this little treasure in here. There's going to be 2 chests. One which contains 3 more fire bombs, which put them to use, man. Stop hoarding your items, goddammit. You see me use them, put them to use. They're good. And some large Titanite shard, which is going to be good for taking your weapon to a +4. Up here is going to be 1 more night before you get to my boy Gavlan. Make sure you do not confuse this guy for an enemy, as he is a great merchant and is going to become an essential merchant to have later on through the game. You can sell all your shit you don't want to him, and he does sell a bunch of good items actually. So I go ahead and talk to him and just start selling all my duplicated shit that I don't want or need, and end up with a decent amount of souls actually, especially for like some of the armor sets where I was actually getting like 600, 700 souls for. Like, yeah bro, sell all the shit you don't need to him. He does sell this really good ring, which increases your poise. Go ahead and buy that. He sells some poison arrows, which I also buy. Can never have enough of those. And he sells some poison ailments. This poison moth can cure your poison. He sells poison daggers and some poison resin, which you can equip on your weapon for temporarily dealing poison damage on your opponents. After that, exhaust his dialogue so he can move on to the next area of the game, where he is going to be super essential. And next to him is going to be the shortcut, and it's a stupid little lever which can easily be missed, and it opens this gate over here and is the first shortcut in the game. It's an area where, remember those dogs were at? You could jump down here if you happen to die around here, and that way you don't have to go all the way around. You can just jump down here, go through that gate where Gavlan is at, and keep on going. Now there is a little bit more stuff over here that you can pick up, which honestly if you don't want it, you don't have to get it, but it's still pretty useful. Pick up those arrows. There's going to be some more repair powder in here and some titanite shards to upgrade your weapons. Actually a pretty good drop if you guys need it. And then down here is going to be, I don't know, like a little tavern where all these guys are sleeping. Make sure not to aggro all of them or you're going to get ganked. Go ahead and backstab all of these guys. Super easy. I don't know. Some people complain about this area because they get ganked. But I don't see any ganks around here, dude. It's just easy fucking pick'ems. Backstab the asses. They can't do shit to you. Except for this guy. This guy's like, wait, whoa, what's going on here? Fucking taking out your whole squad, boy. Fuck you gonna do about it? Give me that shit. Fucking dumbass armor. I don't know. I don't really like their armor. Their helmet's kind of cool, but in this chest is one of my favorite weapons ever. The Bandit Axe and the Bandit armor set, which is kind of ugly, but the Bandit Axe is pretty freaking good, especially if you infuse it with lightning. I have done a whole complete playthrough just using that axe. It has a really good moveset, and I recommend that you guys get it. And down here is where that big ass, you know, gank was, where the dogs was at, where the other archer was at. And as you can see here, there's nothing. Why? Because we played this level smart. We took a look at our surroundings and eliminated as many enemies as we could using everything we had in inventory to our advantage. And this is over here back at the beginning of the game. So essentially this is a shortcut. Instead of going all the way around through where the creepy crawlies are at, you would come through here, get massively ganked, come up through these steps, and then back to where Gavlan is at. And that would be the first shortcut, which if you need it, there it is. I don't freaking need it. I just wanted to show it to you guys. But now we're going to go and move on to the real shortcut, the actual shortcut you want. Because you can completely skip this shortcut. One, if you're not careful and you completely, you know, miss it. So instead, you can come over here and pick up this shortcut over here. And this guy freaking ran up on me as I was trying to equip more fire bombs. Freaking little bastard. That's what you get. I heard him. I heard his freaking ass coming at me, which is why I immediately quit out my menu. There's going to be another guy in here. Should be easy. These guys are so easy one-on-one. It's when there's two or more of them where it really gets harder. There's nothing in this building. I always come here and check. Like just hoping that something's in there, and there's never anything there. Put something in there from soft. God damn it. Why is that building in there? I don't know. Maybe it serves like as a little like gank area where those guys can corridor you in there or corner you in there. I don't know. Up here is going to be a human effigy and some life gems. Pretty good drop. You can never have enough life gems. And we are actually now like pretty much done with the level, man. Like this is pretty much it. You're just going to want to come over here. Watch out for this guy that's hanging off the ledge over there. I don't know if you see him. There's another guy hiding behind the barrel. And they're just trying to be super sneaky. But you want to come over here and kick this drawbridge down. And doing so will eliminate the whole entire level. And as you can tell, here's that summon sign at the beginning. I showed you guys if you want to summon, go ahead and summon him. There's Lucatiels summon sign popping up over there. And now you can completely avoid the whole area with the creepy crawlies. Get across this bridge straight to the boat where the boss is at. But first, if you come over here, there's going to be this NPC, which is going to be the NPC you want to talk to if you're doing a mage build, as he's the one that sells the spells, staffs, rings, whatever. He pays no mind to me because he thinks I'm stupid because my intelligence is pretty freaking low. And honestly, it probably is because I'm playing this game, right? A game that's bad. It's full of gangs. That's no fun. That's too hard. But here I am, fucking chugging along, right? Struggling, getting ganked, dying, crying. Or not. And here is Lucatiels' sign, which you can summon her if you want. I'm not gonna do it so because I don't know, it makes a boss fight too easy, honestly. If you guys are struggling with the boss fight, go ahead and summon her. I don't need to do it. Which does mean that I think I'm gonna be missing out on her quest line. Oh well, it is what it is, and whatever, man. I don't need her. If you guys need her, do it. And the boss is in that big ass ship right there. So all we gotta do now is go back to the bonfire to restore our Estus, which I don't even think I ever used. I just been surviving on life gems over here, and also to restore our weapon durability. So here we go. Let's go ahead and walk across the drawbridge, and I don't know, you guys see how this area is not hard at all. I did it without a torch in the dark, and all I really did was just take my time and take a look at my surroundings, making sure that I didn't put myself in like really dangerous positions, and try to take out as many enemies from vantage points as possible. And now here I am, and let's go back to Majula and utilize some of these souls that we wound up getting. Back at Majula, I went over here to the blacksmith and bought up some arrows because I was gonna need them. Why? Because we're gonna do this whole thing all over again, and this time I'm gonna do it with the torch on my offhand, no shield, just torch and sword, and show you guys what's up. So, if you come up to the bonfire, press Y or triangle, you can get your torch out and light it. And this whole clip coming up next is going to be sped up because I just want to get through it as quickly as possible, just to show you guys that you can do it with a torch on your left hand, and it's more of a skill issue. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the same enemies I took out before, the ones that I know are going to be causing problems, which are the archers, and you know, along the way making sure to light up all these sconces just in case my torch goes out for whatever reason. I can relight it at the sconces, or if you die, you don't have to light up the torch at the bonfire and light it straight from the sconces. So remember about this archer up here because he can be super annoying. Look how he it just completely ignored him to light the sconce, because I don't know, he's just like not a threat at all unless you're all the way over here. And yeah, light up this whole area, that way you don't complain that it's too dark, and then get ganked by these guys, but not really, because if you just, you know, be careful, take your time, you can easily take all of them out. Go over here by torch, bro. Take out this other guy, because if you don't, he will ambush you later on the level. Forget about torch guy, he sucks, we don't need him, we have the torch. This guy that jumps out of the freaking wall, bro, fucking hilarious. I don't know why that always freaking cracks me up, dude. He's like stalking you. Kill up real quick, as that was a little bit of a gank there, but well, nothing I couldn't handle. And just look at this. Look how it's not hard at all. Torch in hand, no shield, lighting all the way through, all the sconces. Super easy. Right there, I did get hit by one of the oil pots and then one of the fire arrows, and same thing as last time, you know, get my bow out, shoot this guy, shoot the other guy, fucking headshot his ass, light up my torch at the sconce because it did go out, and then come up here, and now these guys are gonna be terrified of me. And you can easily take them out. You could farm these guys out for upgraded material. I think they drop some old knight weapons as well if you guys want some of that stuff. It's so funny how they just like, the light. They're like crackheads, you know, seeing light for the first time in like 6 months after a fucking huge crack binge. Take this guy out. Easy peasy, nothing to it. We're heading all the way back to Gavlan, just so you guys can see that this area is not that bad as everybody makes it out to be. Just like this whole entire game. God damn it, this game is not bad. You people are bad. You people put a bad name on this game. Look at that. We made it all the way back to what we call the ship. with the torch on our hand the whole freaking time. I didn't even die once. How many lifetimes did I use up? 2, 3? Like, that's however many we picked up along the way. There's nothing to it, guys. Stop complaining about this game being bad and just accept the fact that you guys are the guys that are bad. Oh my god. Alright, enough roasting you guys. Enough roasting you guys. I'm being a little mean. I'm sorry. I mean, I did almost get taken out by this Bloodhound Knight. He was so close to bleeding me out. But over here, there is another area that I completely skipped out the first time around, which is fine because we can go to it now. It's a little confusing because all these houses do kind of look the same. I thought it was this house, but it wasn't. This is the house that already we opened the hidden wall. It's another house shown here that has another hidden wall, and it's right before you go down these steps and where you get ganked by this Bloodhound Knight and almost completely freaking die to him. Because like I said, if you guys aren't careful with these guys, they're like super fast and they do have lead on their claws. They have a sick ass armor set, which is pretty hard to farm because there's only like 5 of these in the whole entire game and their drop rate is super rare. But you want to go ahead and come over to this house that I forgot about, because in this house there is so much treasure. Honestly, it's the freaking mother lode of this whole freaking area. There's only going to be one guy here sleeping because he's too fucking drunk, just like the rest of these fucking pirates. And I just want to walk back here and show you guys where this is at. This guy was gonna come up here and try and ambush me. Too bad he didn't know I had a torch and he got scared. So we're gonna go ahead and walk up on here, hop off with a life gem, backstab this guy and his friend over there. Bunch of fucking drunks. And these pots are full of poison, which is what killed that guy. So, been seeing that, grab a throwing dagger and throw it at this pot. That way you can pick up the item that's behind it, which is some more throwing knives and some flame butterflies, which you can use to light up your torch if you don't have a bonfire around you or a sconce. We pick up this friggin' branch of yore, a really good item, and then in here you can hear a crystal lizard that you want to come in here and take out. And then just bask in all the treasure that's in here. I mean, look at all these shinies all over the place. In here is a really good upgrade material reward. We have the Royal Soldier Ring, which is a really good ring. We have a Fading Soul, more free XP, and more free XP, and 3 more life gems. As well as another free XP. Just so much XP in this room. You got the ring, the XP, the upgrade material. That's honestly the best room in this whole freaking area. So next up, I'm just going to show you guys that we are back down here, back to where we kicked down the drawbridge, opening up the shortcut to the whole entire area. And I just want to show you guys how you can do it, you know, with a torch in hand, and it's honestly not that bad. And yeah, nothing to it. Back across the bridge and back to the fire, or bonfire we go. So after having set the bonfire, I go ahead and switch out the Ring of the Evil Eye because we no longer need it, as now we're just going to go fight the boss, and the boss, there's not enemies in there, so we switch it out for the Royal Soldier's Ring, which increases our maximum equip load, and it's going to come in handy for later on when we start stacking up heavier armor set and dual wielding weapons and everything else. All that's coming, guys. We're going to be dual wielding the shit out of weapons in this game, bro. It's going to be freaking sick, man. So, yeah. And now that we have everything ready, we can go ahead and run across the drawbridge and straight to the boat. We don't have to fight anything. You can just run past everything at this point. It doesn't freaking matter. Why even fight anything? Don't be like me, where I come up here and fight this guy, because doing this made it or gave enough time for all the other enemies behind me to catch up to me. And I was like, oh no, let's just run into the boss fight. Don't do what I did there. That was honestly real freaking stupid. Don't do that. Just come in here and prepare yourself for the boss battle. Through the fog wall onto the Flexile Sentry, which is a really freaking sick enemy design. One of the coolest freaking things they've ever done. It's a 2-headed enemy, 2 different movesets that can switch around, and this boss arena is super cool as well because the boat is sinking, the water is coming up, and the more the water rises, the more it is for you to move around. There is this pillar, which you can either complain about that, why is this pillar here? No, No, don't do that. Instead, be like, hey, look at this pillar. Why don't I use it to my advantage and have it in between me and the boss so that the boss can't rush me and hit me and instead is stuck by the pillar. Instead of complaining that the pillar's there. Why is the pillar here? It's making it so that I can't roll. No. It's making it so that the boss doesn't completely freaking wreck you. Okay, so one more thing about this boss is he is super weak to lightning, which is why I was using the High Knight Straight Sword, because it does have innate lightning damage on it, and I was super stoked when I first got it. If not, you can use the gold pine resin that we picked up a long time ago back in the first episode. If you guys remember, in the Wings Twigs by Shrek, we picked that up, and you can use it here to fight this guy. Honestly, not a hard boss fight if you use the pillar strategy like I did. Right here, I got a little too greedy and cut it way closer than I wanted to. He could have killed me there, but oh well. It is what it is. The Flexile Sentry is now mine. Your soul is freaking mine, motherfucker. And we could go ahead and keep that soul to trade it in for his boss weapon later on. I don't know. I might actually end up popping it. I'm not sure. I don't remember what I get. Once I see what I get, I might end up popping it. And then here is going to be the Pyromancy Flame and Pyromancy Spell, the Fireball. If you guys want to use Pyromancy, go ahead and get that for yourselves, and then hit this. This is gonna trigger the ghost ship and take you somewhere you don't want to be. Ladies and gentlemen, Epstein's Island. all right. All right. Now, honestly, this is a cool area. It's another way into an area we've already been before, and you could just come in here. It's not a hard area at all. It's just, again, another entrance to another area. There's going to be more of these little Viking guys here, which puts it into cool perspective and cool, or the storytelling that FromSoft is trying to tell, right? So what's going on at the No Man's Wharf, and why does it lead here? Because, I mean, technically, like, something's going on here, right? It's like some underground shipping route or something. What are they shipping over here? It's some pretty cool storytelling. And this is how FromSoft does their storytelling. Like, it's not always, you know, NPCs telling you what's going on. A lot of times it's just what you're doing and where you're going in the world. They don't, you know, it doesn't have to be said that much if you pay attention to what's going on and taking your surroundings. It's pretty cool how they do this storytelling. I'm a huge fan that they do this. It makes you really wonder if you are really paying attention to what's going on and what you're doing in the game, because once you realize where we're at right now, like, something's gonna click in your head and you'll be like, whoa, what is the bigger picture? You know, if you guys are into the lore and stuff like that, like I am. But first, you wanna go ahead and send this elevator down and just wait, because, like, again, I don't know why these elevators take so freaking long. But once we reach the bottom, there's gonna be a hole in the wall and there's gonna be more treasure. Pick up the Shamshir and some more repair powder. Which, honestly, repair powder you can never have too much of. It comes in handy. It can get you out of tight spots here and there. Make sure to always have some repair powder in hand. So, up the elevator and on forward to the last Bastille. That's right, this is the place where that huge eagle took us after the Forest of the Fallen Giants. And this is another entrance. And this entrance shows you that this is the prison, man. This is a prison and something fucked up is going on here. The other entrance didn't really tell you that much. It just, you know, brought you here and that's it. But that's going to do it from a No Man's Wharf. We're pretty much done. Open up this bonfire and let's head back to Majula. In that Majula, I go ahead and pop off all those little souls we picked up through No Man's Wharf to really maximize the amount of souls and XP we have, because we are going to finally start leveling up our damage output, man. So, I wind up bringing our vigor up to 20, our endurance up to 15, and our dex up to 15 as well, because we are going for a quality build, and I want to keep dex and strength just as close as possible so that we can utilize as many weapons as possible later on. I do upgrade vitality, which does increase your maximum equip load. and you want to do that. And now we're at level 59, baby, and we still just barely, like, at the beginning of the game, man. We're not even halfway through it. So then we go ahead and walk over to Majula and buy up more life gems, because you could just never have enough of them. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm barely even using my Estus Flask. Like, I'm just surviving off of life gems here. These things are your best friend. Buy them up. I also buy up this Pharaoh's Lock Zone, which we are going to need shortly, coming up in this a really useful item. If you guys remember, it is a key item that opens up key areas. I then pick up these souls that I accidentally dropped on the floor for whatever freaking reason. When I was popping them, I dropped them, and then I go ahead, talk to the Emerald Herald, and level up one more time. This time I put it into Vitality to get that equip load up higher and allow us to have more weapons and armor. But that's gonna do it for this episode, guys. So if you guys have been enjoying the series, remember to titty smack the like button, subscribe to the channel for more Dark Souls and Elden Ring content. This has been your boy Ghost Prodigy, and as always, I will catch you on the next one. Peace.